Hello, Coloring Craze family. Hope you guys are doing well. So this week's page is from Mythic World by Kerby Rosanes, and we are going to see the Droog dragon, and he's going to be a very muted dragon or gentle dragon, I would say. So we're going to have a very muted palette here, nothing bright. So we will start with the dragon, and he's going to be in a copper brown shade. And I've shown you guys how I did his face and part of his body so that you can use the same pattern to do the rest of the body of him. And then I also show you guys how to color the smoke. We are going to go for the natural tone of the smoke here, so I've also shown you guys how to do it. And once we are done with that, we will see how to do the mountain and how to do the magic balls, or yeah, I think they are magic balls. And also the background. So we'll start with the contouring shades first, and I've followed Kirby's shading here. So one side of him is going to be darker than the other when coloring his face, and while coloring the body, I did my own kind of contouring and highlights. So yeah, we'll start with the dark colors first, then move along with midtones and highlights. The same holds for the smoke as well. So I'll see you guys when we do the mountain. So for the mountain, as I said, we are going for a muted palette here. So I wanted the mountain to be, different from the dragon and the smoke, but carry the color which we used for the dragon. And I wanted it to be, muted, but also stand out in the same way. So I have chosen this color. We are going to see a couple of shades from the palette which we used for the dragon, and then a couple of shades included for the mountain. So while coloring the mountain, I wanted to give the carved out, the effect which is there in the image. So you will see me coloring in a vertical, in a diagonally vertical way, I would say, and then blending it up with the lightest shade. This will give you the, the carved out look, and it added a beautiful texture to the mountain. I really loved how it turned out. So once you're done with that, we will see how to do the temple below. And while I was coloring the mountain, I was still figuring out what I should be doing for the magic balls he has, and as well as the temple there. So I was still figuring out, but then I came to a conclusion that I should be coloring the temple in the dragon shades as well. So you will see me coloring the temple in the shades that we used for dragon himself. And for the spear balls, or the magic balls, we will see a shade of green there. I don't know, for some reason I thought green would be a very beautiful pop of color for this muted color palette. And you can see the brightness around the temple and the magic balls. They both have the green tint, the bright green tint in them. And while coloring the balls, I also used my Cali art markers, just two shades, to give that sparkling effect on the balls. And for the lightning that is coming from the balls and from his mouth, I used the green shade as well, and going over with the white jelly roll. So yeah, when that is done, we are done with the foreground, and I'll see you guys when we do the background. So for the background, my initial thought was to use my ink pads, the kids ink pad which I always use with the help of finger sponge blender, and also use the MUNGYO oil pastels if needed. But it turned out that I didn't get that enough intensity from the ink pad, so I tried out with ink pad in one part of the page, and while showing you guys, I'll just use my markers because that was more prominent and more intense, gave a more intensified look which I was going for. So you will just see me using that. So yeah, we'll start with black, and then we'll start going with the dark brown, and then going with the uh, yellowish brown. That will be our lightest color. Then we use the finger sponge to blend in the shades and also given that texture. So while using the oil pastels, I went in from outward to inwards in a diagonal way, from all the four corners. So from all the four corners, so that it will have a more intensified, more focused look on the foreground, on the dragon himself. And I thought it would be very nice, uh, you know uh, because this as such is an intense page, I would say. So by doing that, it gave that more intense look that I was going for, and I was really happy with the result. So yeah, the background is so simple to do. You just have to put in some lines and then blend it out with our finger sponge blender. So yeah, once you're done with that, you're done with the page, and I hope you learned quite a few tips from this page, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like it, please give it a like, share, and a comment. And if you have any doubts, please post it in the comment section below. I'll try my best to help you all out. The products which are used in this page are linked in the description for your reference. And I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, happy coloring. Bye.